what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and trade rumors that are surrounding the Lakers as of late. Is that time of year again when it comes to the Lakers and potential trade targets that they are interested in. And obviously, it's surrounding Myles Turner and Jerami Grant when it comes all said and done. And I want to give you all my thoughts and my opinions about a best trade scenario that the Lakers could do when it comes to these two individuals, and what is the best one? What is the best player that will fit on the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to building this team to become a better playoff team or potentially a championship team moving forward when it comes to the best fit out of Myles Turner and Jerami Grant moving forward. And I want to give you all my thoughts and my opinions about it. But before anything, like always, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. And of course, like always, please be sure to like my page on Facebook, ZSPN, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ZSPN. Much appreciated. So, guys, yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, there has been a lot of talk as of late when it comes to the Lakers potentially pursuing somebody that will be a huge improvement for the Lakers when it comes to all certain positions. Obviously, on the defensive side, and of course, from certain players that are that we actually need when it comes to big men. And obviously, when you look at Myles Turner and Jerami Grant, they fit that description of what the Lakers need when it comes to improving the team and just surrounding players like LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook with the type of talent of, shooters and, of course, protecting the rim type of players. And when it comes down to it, Jerami Grant and Myles Turner fit that build that the Lakers need when it comes to improving the team, because as of late the Los Angeles Lakers have not been doing pretty well when it comes to their records so far and winning games when it comes to certain needs that they are looking for. And when it comes down to it, the Lakers are now, I believe, by the time I upload this video, the Lakers are now 21 wins and 20 losses. So that's not the type of record that we kind of expected from the Lakers, because before the season ever started, the Lakers were, mentioned as being the number one team coming out of the West and going to the finals when it comes down to it. But, things change, and obviously the Lakers are not really in a good position now when it comes to seat-wise to compete in the Western Conference. And but when it comes to these particular trades, I have to say, if the Lakers go after these particular trades from Myles Turner or Jerami Grant, I think the Lakers will turn their their team around and start winning confident and have the better efforts to win games moving forward with these particular players. And I hope the Lakers try to pull off a trade when it comes to these particular particular players, when it comes down to it moving forward. And I have to say, guys, when it comes to the best trade scenario that the Lakers could go after, contract-wise, you have to go with Myles Turner on this one, because he's only making like 18 to 19 million compared to Jerami Grant, who's making around 20 to, I believe, 22 million. I might be mistaken with the contracts wise, but it's just by contract reasons you go after Myles Turner. But that's just a long shot in my opinion, because we're not even sure what's on the mindset of the Indiana Pacers when it comes to trade offers. I mean, the only trade offer that the Lakers could offer for Myles Turner is THT, Talen Horton-Tucker, and you have Kendrick Nunn, who we haven't seen play yet as a Los Angeles Lakers due to injuries. And obviously the Lakers could either throw in a veteran contract, or they could potentially throw in a first round pick, which obviously the Lakers, I believe they only have the 2027 first round pick. But unfortunately the Lakers, I think the NBA rules states that they can't trade consecutive first round picks when it comes to the Lakers as of late been trading first rounders to improve the team. And obviously they did so in the offseason for Russell Westbrook, and a couple of years ago with the huge trade for Anthony Davis, which obviously worked out at the end because the Lakers won the 2020 NBA championship because of that trade. So, but you know, regardless, that is the best trade package that the Lakers could throw at when it comes to matching contracts and just trying to pull off any sort of best trade to go after Myles Turner. Now, when it comes to Jerami Grant, I mean, that's a whole different type of scenario, and I think it's also the same trade package that the Lakers could pull off with Myles Turner. You have THT, you have Kendrick Nunn, and you also have either a first-round pick, or if the Pacers are willing to, consume another veteran contract like DeAndre Jordan or a Kendrick, what's his name? Kent Bazemore, excuse me. Then obviously that could be a best trade package to get Jerami Grant. Now, personally, if I have to pick who is the best player that will be a big fit for the Los Angeles Lakers, I will go with Jerami Grant on this one, okay? Jerami Grant has a lot of traits that is just best fits on the Los Angeles Lakers. He's a mobile type of player. He's athletic. He can play multiple positions. That's why the Lakers could either play small ball or they could play big when it comes to, having a guy like Jerami Grant, who is a all-around type of player. When it comes to the big, he could play power forward, he could play small forward, and I think the combination of him and Anthony Davis and alongside LeBron James will work wonders when it comes to a guy who could, protect the rim and also can shoot. So, and plus he's been averaging like 20 points a game this season. So when it comes down to it, Jerami Grant, in my opinion, is the best fit for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done. Now, it's not knocking Myles Turner here, because Myles Turner, he can also shoot. I mean, I believe for the past, this season so far, he's been shooting around like 36 or 38% from the three. And I believe there was a time like back in November to December, that he was shooting around 40% from the three. So there's been times when Myles Turner does know how to shoot from three, and he's a big man. So obviously that's the best trait when it comes to a big man, bringing that to the table for the Lakers. And also, he's a guy who could protect the rim. I mean, can you imagine the combination of Anthony Davis and Myles Turner protecting the rim, being that the block shot from the rim type of scenario? I mean, they are a monster to be reckoned with when it comes to those two-headed monsters, protecting the rim as gratefully as they are. So when it comes down to it, he can pull it off and can be a great fit on the Los Angeles Lakers. But, the only issue that I have with him is that, he's not a, a mobile type of player compared to Jerami Grant, who is a guy who is athletic and can really, do anything when it comes to, scoring wise. I mean, he can make mid-range shots, he can shoot threes, and, he's a lengthy type of guy to the point that, he can really stop any player in his path when it comes to defensively. And, Jerami Grant is just one of those type of players that I honestly have to say is honestly the best fit on the Los Angeles Lakers. And as I mentioned, when it comes to contract-wise, Myles Turner really fits the contract scenario with the Lakers trade package that they would potentially offer to the Indiana Pacers. That's why I like to, think of that sort of instance. But, if I had to pick the best player that would be a great fit on the Los Angeles Lakers, I would have to go with Jerami Grant on this one. And plus, you never know. I mean, there's been times when the Lakers look for shooters that have been shooting very well throughout their careers. Like, for example, with Wayne Ellington, who's a guy who's always been a sharpshooter, who's always shot like 40% throughout his career. When he came to the Los Angeles Lakers, guys, he's been shooting around like 36% from the three. So there's been some decline when it comes to certain players that come to the Los Angeles Lakers, that their shooting has always declined. For some reason, I'm not sure if that's like a curse that the Lakers have, but obviously it hasn't been really that entertaining to watch when it comes to seeing players that know how to shoot from threes, that have been shooting, like as I mentioned, like 39 to 40% throughout their careers, and then you see them now averaging around like 35 to 36% from the three throughout their tenure as a Laker. So that's my own personal opinion when it comes to that sort of instance. And guys, I really want to know your thoughts about these potential interests of trades that the Lakers are interested in when it comes to Myles Turner and Jerami Grant. I mean, honestly, Jerami Grant is the best fit on the Los Angeles Lakers, and there has been a lot more conversations about Jerami Grant to the Lakers type of scenarios as of late compared to Myles Turner, because because I just know the Indiana Pacers, they want a lot for Myles Turner, and just judging by what the Lakers are offering, and as it stands, that's the only package that the Lakers could offer to any team when it comes to going after someone like a Jerami Grant or Myles Turner. I mean, that's the only positions that they only have when it comes to any sort of trade that they throw upon when it comes to improving the team. And it still remains to be seen if the Lakers will somehow trade Russell Westbrook, but that's that type of trade rumor is not really going to happen, in my opinion, because the Lakers invested a lot to go after Russell Westbrook, and they want to see this experiment if it will potentially improve moving forward. But as of late, Russell Westbrook has been playing very well when it comes to not turning over the ball so much, and just slowly accepting his role as a Los Angeles Laker, being that third option. So but things may change, you never know. So but if I see the Lakers trading Russell Westbrook, I'll be very shocked when it comes to that particular instance. But yeah, guys, that's all I really had to bring up. I mean, please give me your thoughts about the Lakers and the type of trade interest that they have in Myles Turner and Jerami Grant. Who do you think is the best trade target that the Lakers could go after? Is it Jerami Grant or is it Myles Turner? As I said numerous times in this video, I would rather go with Jerami Grant, when it comes to all said and done, compared to Myles Turner. Now, contract-wise, you go after Myles Turner on this one because he's only making around 18 to 19 million this season. So making the contracts match will be perfect for the Lakers when it comes to that particular trade scenario. But when it comes to Myles Turner, Jerami Grant, it's a whole different situation, but they can pull it off. But certain package deals will be changed when it comes to comparing, when it comes to going after these particular individuals. So I really want to know, guys, your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and guys, make sure to subscribe to my podcast, ZSPN. It is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and I really do appreciate the love and support for that, because guys, it's basically the same content that I give on YouTube, only you can listen to me on the go. So if you're driving and you want to listen to ZSPN, just go on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and just listen to me. And I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give me, because and the respect you guys give me when it comes to my opinions and my thoughts about the Los Angeles Lakers, because this is an opinion type of channel, and I really appreciate your comments, because it also gives me an idea of what Lakers Nation, what is Laker fans are thinking about when it comes to our Los Angeles Lakers, and how to improve the team, and what's the good things, what's the bad things about the Los Angeles Lakers. And I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give me, and I appreciate yours when it comes to any sort of thoughts and opinions surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. And I really can't wait to hear more from you guys when it comes to any future Lakers rumors, updates, speculations moving forward. And I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.